Hello and welcome back to Isky Standards. Isky Building Standards, sorry. Today we're going to make a factory building. Alright, a factory blueprint. A simple one that I said before that I'm going to make for the converter. Now the converter it's a simple machine with 2 item input and 1 item output as well as 1 liquid, which is I honestly think it's only the photonic matter. I'm not sure, I forgot. I haven't unlocked it, so yeah. As you can see, I'm still on quantum encoding. But anyway, just going to make sure this thing is at the center of the blueprint. We're going to make symmetrical twin. Now, I know this looks like a waste of space, right? Yeah. But we really don't have any option here. Sorry. But anyway, let's get some walls. All right. It has 2 item input, so obviously conveyor wall, and another there. I'll show you why. Then, sorry, let the autosave do its work. You get this merger here. Actually, a splitter. Sorry. You don't necessarily have to do it like this, but I honestly like it this way because the flow of the conveyor belt looks more, how do you say this? More predictable. Yeah, more predictable. But if you want to be more, what's it called? If you want to be more fair with the load balancer, or I mean, if you want to be more fair with the manifold, you can be like, you can do it like this. Not really like that, like this. Yeah, like this, and then work your way around. This has a bit more complicated shape, but if this is what you're looking for, then go ahead. I'm not going to judge. Then maybe can I like this? Why? I don't really like to see things clipping. And then take the input here and bring it here, just put it here. So now the manifold is pretty much balanced. Now we take these other. Now the reason why I don't just connect this conveyor lift here, because I haven't tested it with the blueprint auto connect in 1.1, so I'm not sure if it would auto connect with conveyor lift. I'm not sure, but I would not take a risk, you know. Put one there, there, and as you can see here, I actually made a mistake here. You're actually going to bring it like this. Take a conveyor, stackable conveyor pole. Actually, you can just stack them like this. Yeah, you can stack them like this. Yeah, like that. And now, there, connect this there. Then, I mean, I don't really need to have a conveyor belt to steep. Yeah, that's the only problem with straight mode. Look at that, what the hell? Yeah, that looks nice, man. Wrong orientation, sorry. And just like that, we're done with the input. Yeah, it looks a bit complicated, more complicated than what I usually do. And I actually don't like this floating, you know. So we're just going to do a simple architectural thing. I don't know what you call it. Artistic, whatever. Just put it like that. You can use a double beam or just like a beam. Oh, right, there's no vertical notch yet. All right, I forgot. Yeah, just like that. I know it looks like it's just piercing through, but hey, who cares? Well, I do, but hey. And now we're done with the input. Now the output. Now here's something about the input. Like, I'll show you something real quick. Can I, like, there we go. No, this is not the material I want. Never mind that. We're going to take conveyor wall. I ignored it. I didn't. Okay. Now, because we are literally at the edge of the blueprint right now, blueprint creator or whatever you call it, blueprint maker, designer, yes. You can't really put a pipe wall hole because it's overlapping with the, it's partially overlapping the blueprint designer. Instead, we're going to use this pipeline support. It somehow can, and it still passed through the wall. I really hope that was intentional. But anyway, it works. If it works, it works, okay? And it's something that I accept being abused. I should clarify that please don't abuse your partner. But anyway, you can bring the merger here and just bring it down there. Then connect like this. There you go. Simple. And now for the fluid, just connect the pipe. Now where's my pipe? Ah, there we go. Okay, and then put any level, put highest level of pipe. Because we don't know what we're going to do with this, whether we're going to overclock it, super sloop it, or whatever. So we don't really know the throughput of this machine is going to be. Even though you know this machine is not going to produce more than 300 cubic meter, it's best to just, you know, do this. Best practice, you know? Best practice. And we're done for logistics. Now, for the rest of the wall, for the inclusion work, alright? Now, put that up. Only make it as tall as the machine is, or the tallest machine in the blueprint. Do not use basic 1M. I mean, you can use it at the end, but, well, it's not do not, like, avoid using it. Especially if you plan it to be vertically stackable. Oh, and one more thing, do not use machine blueprint as your wall, as your pillars. All right, do not use it as your pillars. Why? Because their height can vary, their snapping can vary. Like I'll show you later. That we already going to use 1M soon. Not at the top. Most people, most of the satisfactory veteran, whatever you call it, probably already seen what I mean. But for those that don't know, just wait for a few moments before, and then I'll show it. Just grab those honeycomb frame window. Here, this is just for nice touches. And then I like to put double outlet MK1, MK2. I mean, you can put MK1 if you want to, but I just like MK2 because it has 7 at the outside. So, you know, much more nicer. Oh yeah, I don't like that. Remember when I said I don't like clipping? Yeah, I don't really like the fact is like you can see it. Now I'm going to use wall outlet MK1 here, just directly connect there, connect there, connect here, and then boom, you're done with that, with the power. Now for the roof, I like to use glass frame foundation because this will allow the sunlight to shine inside of it, so you don't need any light at daytime. Probably still going to use your flashlight at night, but who really cares? And then boom, we got a stackable blueprint machine. And then remember the platform we put down there? Yeah, don't leave it like this, alright? It doesn't look nice at all. And then we're just going to take a basic wall. But actually, I'm going to show you what I normally do to make this thing look a little bit nicer, you know? A little bit more nicer. Oh wait, that's basic wall. So basically, you're going to take a wall with the fix-it wall material, because we're going to add finishing to it. 10-minute video about me just building a machine blueprint. Wow. And then we take carbon steel. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? And last side. Done. We're done. Now you can add a door here. Yes. Now this by itself is already good, but I like to add finishing touches, a decoration inside, a few. So firstly, earthquake holder. Basically holds the machine in case of earthquake. I know this game doesn't have any earthquake. Maybe. But we're just going to add this earthquake holder. So basically it holds the machine during an earthquake. So you know it just doesn't come flying around. Make sure you don't leap with any of them. That's reasonable clipping. What is reasonable clipping and what is not reasonable clipping? That really depends on you. Okay, that's not a reasonable clipping, but we're just going to ignore it because it's inevitable. Can't really avoid it, can't we? Yeah, outcome. Okay. That's great. Now we can add another one up here on the icosphere, but now we can, and now this is pretty much from visual. It's not really real. Well, probably in real life civil engineering probably does matter, but in this case, visual representation. So it really does look like it will swing back and forth, hitting each other violently during an earthquake. So I'll just put here. So they won't move back and forth, right and left. Alright. Put a beam connector there. And probably one more in the middle for good measure. There we go. Doesn't that look lovely? Looks like me in the harness. Don't question it. Now we're going to add some catwalks. I just said it like like Wheatley did. Let me get over this catwalk. Okay, just going to extend it to the end. Then we're going to delete one part here. Add a T-junction. Intersection, sorry. And then a catwalk. We're going to add another one back here. Do we want to? Actually, nah. Just observing the conveyor belt input. This is for manipulating with the machines. And now one for good organization. Doesn't really have any use cases, just like with the earthquake holder. Okay, about to get a little bit creative with this. Okay, that's not, that did not go outside behind the roof. That's great. Do not make sure nothing gets out from the roof, otherwise it will stack horizontally horribly. Unless you did design it to not be stacked horizontally, then that is fine. And now what we're going to put on this is a sign, a small sign. Shoot. There we go. We're going to right here. 100%. Remove the icon. Set this to green, light green, and make it glow if you want. What this essentially does is it just show how high is the clock speed of this machine. So if you in a system where you do need to underclock or overclock a machine, this would be a really great way to see without actually getting to the machine. Like you can see it from the outside. You can see it from here, or you can actually put a sign out here if you want to. But that really depends on you, on how you build the factory. All right. So now, yeah, That's pretty much it on the building phase. Now, off to the testing phase. Why testing phase? Obviously, you want to make sure this thing actually works, you know? So now we're just going to save this. We're going to get the converter icon. We only put 2, so we just call it 2 converter pack. Horizontal array because we design it from right input on the right and manifold out on the left. So horizontal array, right to left, can be back vertical. You can change the color if you want to, but I only do that when if it's a variant. Save that, save, and then you can clear the blueprint designer. Sorry. There, it's there. It actually works pretty much well. Normally that thing would just the blueprint menu would just bug out. And now snap it like I showed you in the last video. Like that. Snap it down. Yeah, look at the beauty. Like, look at it building. Yes. Isn't she beautiful? So lovely. There you go. She's finished. So now you just connect this power to any power you want. Obviously. This thing gonna run with the power, obviously. Now we're just going to set this to, let's see what is easy to be tested with. There really isn't anything easy to test. Oh, diamond. Time crystal. Do I have diamond in my repository? Oh, we do. Pretty much the last we have though. Time crystal, time crystal. So now we're just going to add 1 storage container. We're going to split this. Because I want to make sure both input works. So I did. There we go. Now they're in. And manifold is working. Great. No fault on that side. And then the other side. No fault on that side either. Great. Lovely. Works really great, actually. Not bad at all. I really like the sound. Nice. Alright. Beautiful. Test phase is complete. Oh yeah, you can make sure it's actually out. Yeah. Is it from both machines? I believe so. Let me check. Doesn't have any buffer. Doesn't have any buffer. It's from both machines. Great. Love it. And then to dismantle, just dismantle the whole thing. That, boom, you're done. Yeah, this is a bug. I don't know why. Probably be fixing 1.1. But anyway, yeah, that's how you build a machine with my standard. What did I have bomb? You basically build it first, test it, and then boom, you're done. No problem at all. So now there's only 3 machine. The 3 machine. Well, this is no recipe machine, like the building block. This is already finished machine, finished factory, blueprint factory. This is just general production machine. This is specifically designed to make 5 module frame, and I'll show you how to make it next video. But basically, the description always have to explain as well the power usage, input, and dimensions. So this thing produces a 5 module frame per minute. Every time is horizontal, left to right. Left to right. I'll make sure I'll recheck it, but what you can check the yeah. It's actually right to left. I'm sure about that. But power usage is 66 megawatt. Input per minute is about 133.75 iron ingot per minute. You can just round it up to 134. Dimension is, well, that the width and length would matter for your choice on the platform you're going to use, but height really, yeah. And if it doesn't set not meant to be horizontally stacked, that means it is meant to be, it does support horizontally. It defaults to it can until it said it can't. Like this, not meant to stack vertically directly means that it cannot do it by itself. It needs some like a proper building above it to support the next stack, you know what I mean. And the blender default to, and this can stack. You can either say it or not. Both will mean that it can be stacked. Okay, and this is cool. Right to left horizontal array. Yeah, like the one over there. See down there. Where are the nozzles? Weird. Maybe because I'm in server. But anyway, yeah, that's how you build a general production machine. The next video I'll show you how to make a blueprint factory, like a whole single blueprint in a single factory, in a single blueprint. Sorry. All right. Bye. Have fun building.